Cuando usted como ministro tiene que decidir entre pagarle a sus pensionistas o pagar la deuda, ¿qué hace?
We should never have to have this dilemma. So, for instance, in Britain, in the United States of America, in Japan, finance ministers don't have that dilemma. And why don't they have this dilemma? Because they have a central bank behind them, ensuring that the state can never go bust.
Pero usted sí que se enfrenta ahora a ese dilema.
In Europe, yes, well, so is my colleague in Madrid, in Portugal, in various countries, where we are trying to run a macroeconomy as if it is separate from the rest of the Eurozone, except we have the same monetary policy and we don't control the money supply and we don't have a central bank to back us. This is a design fault of the Eurozone. The pioneers of the European Union imagined that within a few years, Europe would come together and complete the union by adding a layer of political union on top of the monetary union towards essentially a federation.
Y eso no ha pasado.
But this is not happening. And this is the tragedy. And this is why we have this dilemma. Europe is not very good at doing a mea culpa and saying, you know what, the way we designed the Eurozone was not good.
Usted dice que Europa no ha sido suficientemente autocrítica. ¿Grecia está siendo autocrítica?
Oh, absolutely.
Sí.
We are champions of self-criticism. You go out there and you talk to people, everybody says, oh, Greece has the worst. I can't stand this country. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No, yo me he encontrado mucho orgullo también en Grecia.
A lot of pride, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with combining pride with self-criticism. If you have pride without self-criticism, you are a fanatical nationalist. I am very proud of being Greek, but I can give you a very long list of everything that is wrong with Greece. You know, if you're a taxpayer in Greece and you have to go to the tax office, it's a disaster. It's, you know, you lose 3 days of your life and you hate the world. If you're a young person and you start a small company, you have to deal with pension funds that take money away from you even before you have an income stream. If you're an investor and you try to deal with the Greek state bureaucracy, you want to kill yourself. If you're a pensioner, you have to wait for 2 years before your pension starts coming. And you think of the state as public enemy number one. If you're working for the state, everybody hates you. So in us, you will find the worst critics of Greece. And we were elected in order to deal with these.
En la portada de su libro aparece el discóbolo lanzando en vez del disco un euro. ¿El euro está en peligro?
The euro is always going to be in jeopardy until and unless we complete the union which we have left incomplete. So even though we have proclaimed in name the creation of a banking union, we don't really have a banking union. 1 or 2 important banks in Spain develop problems again, then it's you, the taxpayers of Spain, that will have to deal with them. This death embrace, as I call it, toxic embrace between a debt-ridden state and problematic banks, this embrace is becoming a noose around the neck of the Spaniards. So until and unless we manage to decouple the problematic states from the problematic banks at the national level and Europeanize banking, Europeanize pensions, or at least unemployment benefits, and create a modicum, a degree of public debt for the Eurozone, like the United States has US Treasury bills, federal debt. Until we do that, the euro will always be in jeopardy and will always be creaking and creating serious problems for its citizens.
Da la sensación que lo que usted está pidiendo para Europa es como pedir la luna.
I don't mind the moon. The moon, you know, we have the moon. The moon brightens our evenings and inspires poetry. Has been doing this since the very beginning. I don't want to be on the moon.
Pero creo que usted me ha entendido la pregunta.
Of course I know what you mean. But look, I don't believe that it is such a look, back in 1985, 1986, the notion that in Spain you would have the same banknotes as we do here in Greece would have seemed like aiming for the moon. And in any case, I don't think we have a choice. Given that we have joined our nations monetarily, now we have to complete it. We have to complete the union. Either that or the union is constantly going to be a source of problems, a source of poverty for the deficit countries, and a source of uncertainty for the richer countries. Now, we don't want this kind of Europe, And I think if you look at the way in the last 6 decades Europe has emerged and progressed, we are perfectly capable, and it's a highly realistic prospect, to complete the Union. And anything less than that is anti-European.